Have you ever opened your mailbox, looked at your social security statement, and felt a quiet panic rise in your chest? You run the numbers again. Rent, groceries, prescriptions, electricity, and no matter how you stretch it, $2,000 a month just does not go far enough. Maybe your partner is gone, maybe the house is too quiet now, and maybe, even if you do not say it out loud, you are scared. Scared of asking your children for help. Scared of your money running out before the end of the month. Scared of needing someone and not having anyone there. I want to say something to you today. Something that too many older women never get to hear. It is not your fault, and you are not alone. You have given your whole life to others. Now, it is time to learn how to take care of you. In this video, I'll show you 6 powerful frugal habits that can help you live better, even on a limited income, because this season of life deserves dignity, peace, and even joy. Let us begin with food, not just a necessity, but often a source of stress. When you live on a tight budget, walking into a grocery store can feel overwhelming. Prices keep rising, and you find yourself putting things back. You buy less, eat less, and sometimes you skip meals altogether. Not because you want to, but because you have to. Maybe you used to cook for a whole family. Now it is just you. Cooking for one can feel lonely. It is hard to find the energy to make a real meal when you're tired, or when your heart feels heavy. I understand. But I want to tell you, you deserve to eat well. Not fancy, not expensive, just well, with care, with intention, and with peace of mind. What helped me the most was becoming what I call an ingredient shopper. That means I stopped buying packaged meals and started focusing on simple, flexible basics, things I could mix and match all week. Some of the staples I always keep on hand include brown rice, dried beans, oats, frozen vegetables, canned tuna, sweet potatoes, eggs, and peanut butter. With just those, you can make soups, stews, breakfast bowls, or quick dinners that keep you full and grounded. One pot of lentil soup can last 3 or 4 meals. A few boiled eggs, toast, and frozen spinach become a warm breakfast. Even a baked potato topped with beans and veggies can be filling and nourishing. It is not about perfection. It is about practicality and peace. I started cooking just 2 or 3 times a week. I made enough to store leftovers in the fridge or freezer. That way, I never felt like I had to cook every day. I kept things simple, and over time, it became a rhythm I could count on. I also began to use these habits. I make a list before shopping and stick to it. I check store flyers for weekly deals. I go shopping only once a week. Less temptation, less spending. I use senior discount days when possible, and I buy store brands instead of name brands. Now, there are still weeks when money runs low. On those days, I turn to my rescue meals: oatmeal with fruit, peanut butter on toast, or rice with frozen veggies and a scrambled egg. They are cheap, fast, and comforting. If your budget is stretched thin, I want you to know this. Help is out there. You may qualify for the Commodity Supplemental Food Program, a monthly box of groceries for seniors with low income. Many local food pantries also offer support with no questions asked. Your area agency on aging can connect you to programs nearby. You can also call 211 for information in your area. There is no shame in accepting help. You have given so much in your life. You deserve to be cared for too. There were times I had to put items back at the register. Times I walked home with tears in my eyes, knowing I did not have enough. But I learned to make peace with simple food, and I found strength in making do. not just surviving, but quietly thriving. So if today feels hard, start small, shop smart, cook simply, eat with care. You are worthy of every meal. You are doing enough. Let us talk about housing, the place you lay your head each night. For many women, especially those living alone after retirement, housing becomes the most overwhelming expense. When your income is fixed and rent keeps rising, it can feel like you are drowning in bills. If you are paying more than half of your income just to keep a roof over your head, you are not alone. Many women in their 60s and 70s are quietly struggling, cutting back on food, medicine, or heat just to stay housed. But here's the truth. There is no shame in living small, no shame in choosing peace over pride. After my partner passed, I found myself in a home that no longer fit. Too many rooms, too many memories, and far too expensive. Letting go of that space was hard, but necessary. And when I did, something unexpected happened. I felt lighter. Downsizing does not mean downgrading. A smaller space can bring more peace, less to clean, less to maintain, less to pay for, and more room in your life for rest. I moved into a small one-bedroom apartment in a quiet senior complex. I qualified for a reduced rent based on income. At first, I was nervous. Would I feel isolated, unsafe? But over time, it became home. I met other women like me, widows, caregivers, single retirees, all trying to live simply and stay independent. Here are a few housing options to explore. First, check if you qualify for income-based senior housing. These programs cap your rent at around 30% of your income. You can apply through your local housing authority or area agency on aging. Some waiting lists are long, but it is worth getting on them. Second, consider shared housing, sometimes called Golden Girls homes. That means living with one or two other women in a rented house or apartment. You each have private rooms, but share kitchen and utility costs. Many women find comfort and friendship in this setup. Third, if your family is nearby, you might consider multi-generational living. That could mean moving in with an adult child, or having them move in with you. These arrangements can be beautiful or challenging. Set clear expectations early and always protect your financial independence. Fourth, if you are a homeowner but struggling to afford it, look into property tax relief programs, reverse mortgages, or renting out a room. Some seniors rent to college students or traveling nurses to help cover the mortgage. And lastly, do not overlook rural or small-town living. Rent and cost of living are often lower outside big cities. Some women choose to relocate entirely, not just to save money, but to start fresh. No matter which path you consider, remember, your worth is not measured by the size of your home. It is measured by the peace you feel when you walk through your door. And if housing is already stable for you, that is a gift. But if it is not, do not wait until things get desperate. Start asking questions now. Talk to people, research programs, make a plan. I know letting go of a long-time home can feel like another loss, but sometimes release is the start of healing. A smaller space can hold just as much warmth, just as much life. You deserve to feel safe, to feel settled, to have a place that reflects who you are now, not who you were 20 years ago. Simplifying where you live is not giving up. It is taking back control. There is a moment many people do not talk about. The moment you realize that driving no longer feels safe. Your vision is not what it used to be. Reaction times are slower. And the car, once a symbol of freedom, becomes a source of stress. I remember sitting in my driveway, hands on the steering wheel, not wanting to go. The traffic, the cost, the fear of something going wrong. That day, I asked myself, do I still need this car? Or am I holding on out of habit? Letting go of a vehicle is not just about saving money. It is about redefining what independence means. Cars are expensive, even if they are paid off. There is gas, insurance, maintenance, repairs, registration, tires, oil changes. It adds up fast, sometimes hundreds of dollars a month. On a fixed income, that is a heavy burden. But here is the hopeful part. There are other ways to stay mobile, connected, and in control. One friend of mine uses a senior transit service offered by her town. It is not fancy, but it gets her to the grocery store, doctor's office, and pharmacy. Another friend walks to most places and takes joy in the slow rhythm of life. She says walking clears her mind and keeps her strong. Here are some practical alternatives to owning a car. First, check if your local area agency on aging offers a transportation program. Many provide low-cost or even free rides to essential places, clinics, grocery stores, community centers. These services are designed for seniors, with trained drivers and safe vehicles. Second, look into rideshare vouchers. Some cities offer programs that partner with rideshare companies, giving seniors discounted or subsidized rides. Ask your city hall or community center about options. Third, organize a neighborhood carpool. You might not drive anymore, but maybe your neighbor does. Offer to pay a little for gas or bake something in return. You would be surprised how many people are happy to help when you ask kindly. Fourth, plan your outings. Combine errands into one day. Keep a written list. Go with a friend or neighbor. When you group tasks together, you save both money and energy. And if you live in a walkable area, embrace it. Even a short walk to the corner store can be a meaningful part of your day. It gives structure, movement, fresh air. If you still need a car, that is okay too. But consider trading in for something smaller, more fuel efficient, and cheaper to insure. Also, shop around for better insurance rates. Ask if there are low mileage discounts or senior driving courses that reduce your premium. Letting go of the car does not mean giving up control. It means adapting with strength and wisdom to a new season of life. For some women, the car was freedom, privacy, independence, but for others, it became a burden, financially and emotionally. If it no longer serves you, it is okay to say goodbye. I know women who have sold their cars and used that money to pay off debt, buy better groceries, or fix up their homes. They feel lighter now, not just in money, but in mind. You do not have to do it all. You do not have to drive everywhere. You only have to stay connected in the way that works best for you. Freedom, after all, is not about the gas pedal. It is about the power to choose what brings you peace. Connection is not what it used to be. Years ago, staying in touch meant writing letters, picking up the phone once a week, or seeing people in person. Now, everything is digital. Texts, emails, video calls, passwords, updates, apps. For many older adults, especially women living alone, technology can feel like a wall instead of a bridge. But here is the truth. You deserve connection on your own terms and within your budget. Let us start with phones. You do not need the latest smartphone. You do not need unlimited data. What you need is something reliable, affordable, and simple. For me, that meant switching to a prepaid plan. I pay $15 a month. No contract, no hidden fees, just talk, text, and enough data for emergencies. You might qualify for the Lifeline Assistance Program, which gives discounted or even free phone service to low-income individuals. You can apply through the official website or ask your local library for help with the paperwork. As for the device itself, check with friends, family, or even local donation centers. Older smartphones are often given away. You do not need new. You need enough. Now let us talk about the internet. Do you really need home internet? Maybe. Maybe not. If you only use it to check emails, look up recipes, or watch the occasional video, you may not need to pay for a monthly plan. Your local library offers free Wi-Fi. You can bring your device or use theirs. Many libraries also offer tech classes for seniors, free of charge. Imagine that. A warm place, helpful staff, and no bill at the end of the month. If you do need home internet, ask your provider about low-income senior plans. Some offer basic service for $10 to $20 a month, but you have to ask. They rarely advertise it. When it comes to utilities, I have learned one powerful word: ask. Call your electric or gas company. Ask if they have budget billing, senior discounts, or energy assistance programs. Many do. They just do not offer it unless you ask. Some cities also have programs that help low-income seniors with utility bills during winter or summer. Call your area agency on aging or dial 211 to learn what is available. And here are a few small habits that help me keep bills low. I unplug things I'm not using, even the coffee maker. I turn off lights when I leave a room. I keep the thermostat lower and wear a warm sweater. I do laundry in cold water and air dry when I can. It might not sound like much, but over time, it matters. There was a month, years ago, when I opened my electric bill and burst into tears. It was $50 more than I had budgeted. I had to call a friend to borrow money. I felt ashamed, but now I know better. I know to ask. I know to prepare. And I know I am not the only one who has cried over a bill. Managing phones, internet, and utilities is not just about saving money. It is about protecting your peace. No more surprise charges. No more overpaying. No more wondering what will show up in the mailbox. You have the right to be informed, to ask questions, to change plans, to simplify. Technology can feel overwhelming, but when you take back control, even in small ways, it becomes a tool, not a burden. You do not have to know everything. You just have to take one step at a time. There is a quiet fear that many older women carry, one they do not always say out loud. It is not just the fear of getting sick. It is the fear of what getting sick might cost. You feel something is off, a pain, a lump, a new ache, and your first thought is not, "I need help," but, "Can I afford to get this checked?" That kind of fear is heavy, and I want to tell you, you are not alone in it. Healthcare in this country is complicated. Even with Medicare, the bills pile up. Premiums, copays, prescriptions, dental, vision, it all adds up. And if you are living on a fixed income, even one visit can throw off your entire month. But there are ways to soften the weight. There is help, even if it is not easy to find at first. Start by making sure you are getting everything you qualify for under Medicare. Many women do not realize they may be eligible for Medicaid, too, especially if their income is below the poverty line. If you are dual eligible for both Medicare and Medicaid, many costs may be covered, including premiums, deductibles, and medications. You can check this by calling 1-800-MEDICARE or visiting your local state health insurance assistance program, also known as SHIP. These counselors will walk you through your options for free. If you are on Medicare and need help with prescription drug costs, look into the Extra Help program. It can reduce your costs to a few dollars per prescription. Many women qualify, but never apply, simply because no one told them. Next, ask about sliding scale clinics in your area. These are community health centers that adjust the price based on your income. I once paid just $10 for a full checkup at a local clinic, and they treated me with dignity, not pity. You can also call 211 to ask about free screenings, mobile clinics, or women's health programs. Many cities offer pop-up events for blood pressure checks, mammograms, and dental cleanings, all at no cost. And do not forget dental and vision care. Medicare does not usually cover them, but Medicaid sometimes does. Dental schools also offer low-cost services, performed by supervised students. It takes a little longer, but it can save hundreds of dollars. For medications, ask your pharmacist about discount cards or generic alternatives. Programs like GoodRx or NeedyMeds can drastically lower costs. Sometimes, the same pill can cost $10 at one pharmacy and $60 at another. Most importantly, talk to your doctor. Do not be afraid to say, "That is too expensive. Is there another option?" You deserve to understand your choices without shame or confusion. And if you ever get a medical bill that feels wrong, do not ignore it. Ask for an itemized statement, call, and ask for a discount. Many hospitals have financial assistance departments, even if they do not advertise it. I have cried over medical bills. I have delayed care because I was scared. I know how it feels to open an envelope and feel your stomach drop. But I also know this: avoiding care does not protect you. Knowledge does. Taking care of your health is not a luxury. It is a necessity. You deserve to feel well. You deserve answers. You deserve support. Your body has carried you through so much. Be gentle with it now, and be kind to yourself, not just in treatment, but in how you manage the cost of care. Help exists, and so does hope. There is a quiet part of frugal living that people rarely talk about. It is not rent, not groceries, not insurance. It is all the little things that make life feel livable. Clothes that fit, a warm blanket, a working microwave, a good pair of shoes, shampoo, toilet paper, birthday cards for the grandkids, a moment of joy after a long day. When your income is tight, even small expenses become big decisions. You hesitate before buying socks. You stretch your old winter coat another year. You wait to replace the broken lamp. But here is what I have learned. You do not have to give up comfort or dignity to live simply. Start with what already exists in your community. Visit your local thrift stores, especially ones run by churches or nonprofits. They often have senior discounts or weekly sales. I once found a brand new jacket for $5. I wore it for 4 winters. It kept me warm and proud. Join your area's Buy Nothing group, usually on Facebook. It is a space where neighbors give away what they no longer need. I have received kitchen items, gently used towels, even unopened hygiene products, all for free, with kindness. Libraries are more than books. They offer free movies, puzzles, magazines, computer access, and often host free community events. I joined a book club at my library. Once a month, we gather, drink tea, and talk about stories. It gives me something to look forward to. For furniture or appliances, check local listings like Craigslist or Nextdoor. Ask around before buying anything new. Many people are willing to give things away. They just want to know it is going to someone who needs it. And for entertainment, joy does not have to cost anything. I attend free concerts in the park, art walks, and seasonal festivals in my town. Some museums offer free senior days each month. National parks have days with no entry fee. All of these moments remind me that life is still beautiful, even on a budget. What surprised me most was how much people want to help when you let them. Asking does not make you a burden. It builds connection. Some of the most joyful days I have had were not the most expensive ones. They were the days I laughed with a neighbor, the days I planted something in the yard, the days I shared a meal made from scratch. Simplicity, I have learned, can be sacred. But here is what matters most. You are still allowed to want more than survival. You are allowed to want softness, color, music, celebration. Your needs do not end with rent and food. You still deserve comfort. You still deserve dignity. Being frugal is not about suffering. It is about choosing what matters and releasing what does not. Maybe you have walked through deep grief. Maybe you have started over more times than you care to count. But look at you, still here, still learning, still building a life. So go gently. Let yourself have beauty. Accept help when it is offered. Give what you can, when you can, and never stop believing that even a small life can be a full one. You are doing beautifully. You have just walked through 6 habits that can help you live better, not just cheaper, on a small income. Maybe some of these things you are already doing. Maybe some are new, and maybe a few feel overwhelming right now. That is okay. You do not have to do everything at once. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to keep showing up for yourself, one step at a time. Living on $2,000 a month or less is not easy, but it is possible. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because you become wiser, stronger, and more gentle with yourself along the way. You have already made it through so much in life. You have raised families, cared for others, started over when you had to, and held things together when no one else saw the weight you were carrying. Now, this chapter belongs to you. You deserve peace in your home. You deserve warm food on your plate. You deserve to feel safe, seen, and supported, not just by others, but by yourself. This is not the end of the story. It is a new season, one that can still hold joy, laughter, learning, and even healing. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this video helped you, please share it with another woman who might need it. And if you have a frugal habit that has helped you, I would love to read it in the comments. We are wiser together, and we are never too old to take care of ourselves, with purpose, with grace, and with love. Until next time, be well, be kind to yourself, and keep going.